It is incredibly difficult to find someone that doesn't have social media. Your brother has it, your sister has it, your parents have it, your dog has it, your cat has it, and if you're lucky enough to have friends, they have it too. But even though the majority of people are still on social media, there's a growing number of people that are deleting the apps off their phones, and they're actually leading better lives because of it. If you want the proof, just look at the countless videos on YouTube of people saying how better their life is, how much more time they have in their day. And I think it's with the help of these videos that more and more people are starting to take notice of the benefits that come with not using social media, and they're actually starting to make the change. I remember the first one I ever got was Facebook, and I remember I was so happy that I got to scroll for hours through pointless information. And I remember over time getting the rest of them. I had Facebook, I had Twitter, I had Instagram, I had Musical.ly. If you remember that, it's what TikTok used to be. And each time I downloaded a new one, I remember always being so excited about being able to scroll for hours through pointless posts and unnecessary information. Oh, and also watch videos that do absolutely nothing for you. I don't even know why I got any of them, because if I remember correctly, I wouldn't comment, I wouldn't like, I wouldn't do the things that most people, the usual things that you would do. I didn't do that. All I did was just scroll and read the caption, look at the picture, and then keep scrolling. So for me, it was just a way to waste time when I could have been using my time for something better, and there's a lot better things. I think it was 2021 when I decided to just delete them all. And I'm not entirely sure what made me delete them. I don't know if I had seen a video that said this is the benefits you get when you delete them, or was it just something in my own mind that I took a while but eventually came to the conclusion of, what's the point of this? It's stupid, it's unnecessary. But I have to say that all those videos on YouTube, or at least most of them, that say this is what happens when you delete them, this is how you feel, all of that, I felt that as well. It was freeing, and you did notice how much more time you had and how much time you spent just going through all of them for no reason. I got to do so much more. I got to find new interests that I didn't know I had when I was spending all my time just scrolling through everything. I think the biggest thing I noticed, and obviously this is personal for me, I just had more of a creative perspective of the world when I was away from all of that. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because my mind was calmer. There wasn't so much going on, so there was more room for the creative thoughts to come in, I want you to ask yourself this question and answer it. What do you gain from being on Instagram, being on Twitter, Facebook? What is it that makes you go on it every day, multiple times a day? Take some time to really think about it. Maybe even write it on paper. But take some time and answer the question, what do you gain from social media? You might find it quite difficult to come up with any answer to that question. And anything you do gain, you might have now just realised that it's not actually worth it. So if you've written out the question, you've taken some time, you've tried to answer the question, and you come up with nothing, or what you do come up with, you realise that's not worth it. If your answer is, it's fun, that's not worth it. And even still, you're not going to delete it, are you? You're just going to carry on as you have been doing. So here's another question you can ask yourself. Why don't you want to delete it? If you gain nothing from it, and you've realised that, you've answered that question, and you realise that it doesn't do anything for you, then the obvious next step would be to delete them. But you're not going to. Why? I think this is a question that a lot of people need to ask, because if a lot more people asked themselves this question, there would be a lot less people on social media. It's unlikely that you'll actually do this, but I want to challenge you anyway, to go 1 week, just 1 week, without using any social media. Now that could mean different things for different people, because some people consider YouTube social media and others don't. Some people consider WhatsApp social media and others don't. It would also be wise to put time limits on all of your apps. That's just, I suppose that's more of a hack of reducing your screen time in general, but it's also good for specific apps like the social media ones that you just waste your time on. So if you have to have them, even though I don't think you do, I think you can delete them completely. Delete your account, delete the app. Wave bye-bye to it as you see it burn. And also, just my opinion on YouTube is that, yes, it is social media, but you can learn a lot more on YouTube than you can on Instagram. There's no comparison there. The amount of educational stuff on YouTube far outweighs anything on any other apps, because that's what I do. I use YouTube to learn and to expand my mind. I learn things that I then take and implement into my life, and my life gets better. An Instagram reel of a 5-minute hack craft thing, whatever they're called, that's not gonna do anything But if you watch an Andrew Huberman video and he says, get sunlight first thing in the morning, it helps improve your sleep. You do that, your sleep gets better. And therefore, other areas of your life get better. This video was just kind of a rant. It was just, I suppose, to make more people aware, and hopefully more people then delete the social media apps, because I really don't see the point in them. YouTube, I see the point. Everything else. There are Chrome extensions that you can get for YouTube that make it even less like a social media. There's no comments. You can turn off thumbnails so you're not seeing all this bright colour everywhere distracting you, and you click it and there's 10 minutes wasted in the recommended. That can be turned off as well. But usually in the recommended, you see one, you click it, that's another 10 minutes. So if that's something that you struggle with, spending too much time on YouTube, then you can download those. I hope you learned something that you're able to take away from this video. Goodbye.